first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here. Winston now from the 50. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Jameis again. This is caught by Jackson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on first down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Forced out to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Martin. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Oh, Brandon, that was a big play by the defense to keep him out of the end zone on 3rd down. So there's an early decision to be made here, isn't there? I know that 3 is awfully tempting, but I'd pull on my big boy pants right now, and I'd go for it.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is caught by Jackson for a Buccaneer touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Get ready! Tiger!
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
Following the interception, Winston goes underneath to Martin. And now running right through it. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. There goes Martin, first down and more. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Let's go. Why not?
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, they run with Gurley. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Jameis now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, Martin. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go.
Another carry now for Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Down, they're going. Bridgewater. It's brought in by Floyd. And he is knocked down from the side at the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 19. And that leads to a Minnesota 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice move. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's second down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal. And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense, because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure on the offensive side, they said, well, there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
A first down throw for Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
From the gun, Winston. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Second down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson-Dejo. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now it's Gurley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater going with a screen for Murray. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Winston now to throw on first down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You start to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They run. It's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Bridgewater now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down.
Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Now Gurley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Winston to throw. throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And the drive begins here with Sims. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially in overtime when that can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now Winston. He finds Humphreys. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game. Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jameis to throw it. This is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A Buccaneer first. Winston finding his new target, Jackson. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Jameis again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.